Headlines, explore stories that shape our lives, and dissect the issues that keep us awake at night. That's not all. The Morning Crossfire is your platform too. Your thoughts, your opinions, they all have a place right here. From politics to business and the economy, from the social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about the conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we create. Your insights matter. Your about and energy matters. So traffic, having breakfast, or starting your day. I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info and Kofi Bartels. Let's talk. On the Morning Crossfire with me, Kofi Bartels. You have the big names, the most pressing issues, and the sharpest conversations.
We must leave that place of talking into this place of doing.
Nothing are paying through their nose, and you are telling them after training they can't migrate. I will not be part of those who will give soft like the guys who are running affairs of this country.
People are dying every day in an hour. People just go in and go out and read out stories. Come on, Kofi.
We must step beyond the talk. We have the analysis.
Join us as we dissect the headlines, bring you exclusive interviews, and dive deep into the heart of the matter. The big conversations live here.
Join Kofi Bartels on the Morning Crossfire weekdays 5 a.m. 9 a.m. only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, that is okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's talk. This is your number one station.
99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Join the conversation no matter where you are. Download our mobile app by searching Nigeria Info FM on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Also, get news updates in sports, entertainment, news, and current affairs right on the app. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's not just the news or information.
It is more than you ask for.
What is action? When the gospel says this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out. You have a situation where people say it's normal that if your husband doesn't beat you, then he doesn't love you.
Where madness seems to be normalized, you will become mad.
And more of the rush you just can't stop.
It's the station for more talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, I don't know if your phones are charged, if you have light at home, if you have water at home, if you have petrol in your car. Oh my. My phones have been off since last night, really. I couldn't get fuel in time, and the gen went off, and there was no light to charge my phone. Oh, God. So I got into the office and I had to charge my phone, and, of course, one or two things and all that, and it just came on, really. So anyway, well, happy strike. I don't know how you're doing. We have a guest joining us, of course, by we're supposed to join us by 8 o'clock, but I'm told that the guest will be joining us at 8:30. All right, so we'll wait till then. The spokesperson for the Nigeria Labour Congress in Lagos State, he'll be joining us by 8:30. He has some interview. So after that, we'll speak to him. Anyway, your thoughts are welcome. We know what the federal government has said regarding the strike. We know what Labour has said regarding the strike. We know the resolution and the contents of the resolution reached between organized Labour and the Nigerian federal government. I want to take your thoughts on that. Please call 0201-277-2993, 0201-277-3993, 0201-277-1993, 0201-2770. 993, and you can share your thoughts with us on the subject matter of the NLC strike, TUC strike. Now, it's not just the NLC who are striking who are part of the tripartite committee. The entire tripartite committee is made up of representatives of organized labor on one hand, being the NLC and the TUC. You have organized private sectors represented by the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association. Leaders of the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association are there in that tripartite committee. You have leaders of the Nigerian Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. So what am I saying? The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria are part of that committee. You have the National Association of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture. The leadership is part of that committee. You have National Life Insurance and National Association of Small and Medium Enterprises. Their leaders are part of that committee. All right? So they're represented there. So apart from one tripod of the tripartite committee, tri of course means three, is labor, NLC, TUC, and then if I forget, the National Union of Local Government Employees. They are there. So it's not just about NLC and TUC. No, they're part of that committee because the local government workers need to be carried along as well. So they're there. Then you have organized private sector by these committees are represented by these committees I mentioned earlier. Then you have the federal government. Now, who are those in representing the federal government in the tripartite committee? It's a 37 committee, don't forget. The committee is headed by a former head of service of the Federation, Bukar Godiaji. And so all the statements that you've been hearing from or getting from that tripartite committee, you see his name at the bottom there. All right. So Bukar Godiaji is the chairman of that committee, former head of service of the Federation, experienced technocrat, experienced civil servant, experienced in labor matters and in work and wages and all that. Then you have members of the tripartite committee, like we talked about, organized private sector and all that. But apart from the chairman of that committee, the federal government's negotiators are: number one, Mr. Wale Edun. He's the Minister of Finance and coordinating Minister of the Economy. You have the federal, the Minister of Labor, who is no longer there. So that will be the Minister of State for Labor. You have the Minister of Budget and Planning, Atiku Bagudu. You have the head of service of the Federation there. You have the chairman of the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission there. Then, for the state governments, because government is not just about the federal government, you have the following governments or governors there. And these governors are representative of each geopolitical zone. Governor Niger is there. Governor Bauchi is there. Governor Katsina is there. Governor Anambra is there. Governor Oshun is there. Governor Cross River State is there. So for the South, Governor Cross River State, the Sweet Prince, Basio 2, representing Cross River State, my state. For the Southwest, the Governor of Oshun State, the dancing governor, is there, Adeleke. For Southeast, Anambra State, the professor is there, Soludo. And then, of course, for North Central, Niger State, Northwest, Bauchi State, Northeast, Katsina State. Now, all these people combined were inaugurated on January 30, 2024 to sit down and agree on a new national minimum wage. 4 months later, they haven't done anything. They have not fulfilled their mandate. They have not fulfilled the terms of reference. Nothing has been achieved as far as we are concerned, because the only thing they're meant to do is agree on an acceptable minimum wage to all the parties involved in all of this. They have not been able to do that. Shame on labor. Shame on organized private sector. And shame on the government representatives. Even shame on the committee chairman who is retired, who should be enjoying his retirement. Or no shame? I'm not saying, I'm asking. Shame or no shame? Because some will wonder and ask how a committee of 37 eminent Nigerians technocrats and professional politicians alike, employers and employees, cannot agree on a minimum wage. And they have to put us, all of us, through days of struggle, no light, no water, talking about it, people arguing, husband fighting wife, someone's BP going up, going down, businesses suffering, pilgrims who are meant to travel to Saudi Arabia. The plane came, the aircraft came and left empty. Waste of resources because they could not come to an agreement. What do you think about this, ladies and gentlemen? Yesterday, after the meeting, what did they write on that paper? That they had to meet every day. And one wonders, for such an important aspect of Nigerian life, why were they not meeting every day from January? Why were they not meeting every day? They embarked on what you call zonal public hearings to go around the country, which now, with benefit of hindsight, has proven to be an exercise in futility and a total waste of taxpayer money. A total waste of taxpayer money. We had our representatives going around the different geopolitical zones for what you call public hearings to hear from different sides of the country, different areas of the country. What exactly do you want as your national minimum wage? Now, why do I say it was a waste of time? Waste of time. It's because the labor union representatives in different geopolitical zones came up with different figures. You know, all these are things that could have been sent as memoranda to the committee. Different figures, which, of course, these guys are going to do nothing with. Nothing. They're not going to do anything with these figures, as far as I'm concerned, because they're not going to give them what they're asking for. So why the public hearings? From January, they embarked on zonal public hearings. February, March, they embarked on zonal public hearings. Till May, or is it April, when they started the serious work. And this is where we are today. As a matter of fact, from January 30, when this committee was inaugurated, till today, the Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage has held 7 meetings. 7! Ladies and gentlemen. 7! Of course, a meeting at Nikon Luxury Hotel, Area 11, Abuja. Or at some other place. I don't know if that's where they always meet, but let's leave that aside. 7! The 7th one was the last one Labour said, okay, we're not doing. The 6th one was the one where Labour walked out. I think the 5th one or so. 7. Today will be number 8. 40 days you had. 40 days. Imagine they were meeting every month from January. All right? Let's say February, March, April, May. If they met twice a month, February 2, March 4, April 6, May 8. Not even 2 times a month. Not even 2 times a month. Let's go straight to the phone lines. I mean, Jimmy Lisa told me downstairs that probably this is just all the script being acted out. They know what they're doing. I don't know, man. 99.3, good morning.
Kofi Bata.
Welcome. Your name, location, and country. Welcome.
You have Ambassador Muzba here.
Ambassador, welcome.
Kofi, fallout of yesterday, somebody called me to threaten or intimidate me. I can't be intimidated by anybody.
Ambassador,
let's leave
that out. Let's leave it. Don't worry. That's not what we're talking about. Let's talk about today's topic, please.
Yes, no, I'm telling you the fallout. I have to inform you after the yesterday program.
Sorry.
Now, to me, Kofi Bata, I still understand. This minimum wage has nothing to do with me. What concerns me is that how will I be able to clear my goods? How am I used to a month huge amount to clear my goods. How do I pay a lot of money to buy a bag of cement, almost 7,000, 8,000? Why? Look, inflation is what concerns me. Both the labor and the government officials, they are punishing Nigeria. See what happened to yesterday? Hospitals are being closed, no electricity, many lives will have lost, and unnecessarily, what I need inflation. Inflation. That's what you need to put us to fight. If we try to fight inflation, if government give me 30,000, I have value for that 30,000, I'm okay.
All right, thank you.
To collect 1 million without value.
All right.
Like what Uncle Jimmy said this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have to pick the next call. Thank you. Ambassador, before they threaten you again, Ejo. 99.3, good morning. Good morning.
Professor.
Welcome, Ikechukwu Koboko.
Sir, Nigerian government have the issue of insulting Nigerians. That's shame we add to labor. I permit me to add to them. 8 times meeting, and they can slap us with 14 million National Assembly by shouting "Hi!" And SUV we pay for petroleum removal subsidy. 1 pint of Gary 4,000 to go to the resort. Let the labor collect 100,000. If they cannot pay 100,000, Alota continue. Solidarity forever.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. 99.3, good morning.
Coffee Battles, good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
My name is Sogochukwu. You see, Coffee, what is happening today in Nigeria is laughable. I think it shows to a very great extent the kind of people we have in government, the kind of government we have that is operating in Nigeria. How can people be suffering like this and you are dragging on increasing labor's demand? I mean, giving them their demands, where inflation rate, is in this manner. Is it not laughable? Are they not ashamed? Our politicians, our leaders, are they not ashamed? Are they not? If you know you cannot do a job, don't go for that job. If you know you don't have the capacity, don't do that. Look at where we are today.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate calling you. We also, one aspect of the conversation this morning here is on why it's taking this long for the tripartite committee. For me, that's something I've been thinking about to be able to do its work. 4 months. 4 months. How many days is that? That's more than 100 days. They've met only 7 times. Only 7 times. And now, after yesterday's meeting, it took President Tinubu through the representatives of the federal government. When they met at the office of the Secretary of the Government of Federation, a lot of them in that meeting, Information Minister, Labor Minister, and all at that meeting. These are the same people who are on the tripartite committee who are apart from Information Minister. And they now give a directive, meet every day. This is a pressing issue. This minimum wage expired on April 18, 2023. We all knew it was going to expire. Do you need 4 months? And even after the expiration, they were not even meeting every day. Something is wrong somewhere. Okay, why did Labour not demand for the meeting to be held every day? Then, what happened? Even with the deadline, they were not meeting every day. They gave themselves 1 week to go and then come back and resume, when they knew the deadline was nearby. So why didn't Labour demand that we must meet every day so we can thrash this thing out? Why didn't the federal government also insist we must meet every day so we can trash this out? Instead of grinding the nation to a standstill and losing man-hours, productivity down the drain, resources down the drain. Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome. Name, location, and contribution, please.
This is Pastor Ladipo calling from Odelegom.
Welcome.
Kofi, I want to say something this morning. Do you even know that the most lucrative job in Nigeria today is to be a politician? That is one. Secondly, you are asking, why did it take them long, that committee? Do you know Nigeria is a nation of committees?
And the longer those committees, the more their allowance. Because those committees doesn't sit for nothing. They don't commit for nothing. They cannot be committing and not committing something. Now, let me tell you this. If the government, it is not in the place of labor to insist that the government should be meeting every day. It is in the place of those in government who values the life of those they are governing. They are the one that should be pressing labor and said, this committee must meet consistently because it's an urgent matter. What is more important to the government now is coastal road. What is more important for the government now is giving how many billion to those who are going for Hajj.
All right,
it
thank
tells
you.
Their priority.
Thank you, Pastor Ladipa.
Thank
you. Thank you very much for your time. Let's pay our bills. We'll be right back with some more of the morning crossfire.
Meka, this one you sit down like this. I hope say no wala. Nah man, not the money where they see for sure. Every time I come, the money not the day complete. Even the one when I give them that Adejumo, I never see him till today. My brother, you know they keep money for shop again, oh, because anything fit to happen to him. Come on, shit they give goat yam, make him keep. He go chop and claim out. Bros, wrong go Javodani Microfinance Bank to open savings account and put your money inside. Make your mind cooler. You mean Davido's savings account? Emeka, not chop your mouth. Now Davodani Microfinance Bank. You fit call them DDMFB. DDMFB? Yes, so with your new savings account, you fit use them request for loan to expand your business. That's now, if you run the savings account well, you fit use your mobile banking app, check balance, do transfer, and buy airtime. Share Davodani Day Alaba International Market. Yes, so even other markets like Balogun Trade Fair, Computer Village, Okeare Market, Arena Oshodi, Boundary Market, Ajegunle, Ikorodu, Ojotaketu, Egbeda, Ada, and Onyigo. For more tori, make you check their website www.davodanimfb.com. DDMFB.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, introducing the first of its kind in Nigeria.
The first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games
check
to juicy gist,
double check,
and great music.
Super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Brustin and Suspension for Children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
Trader, are you ready for the flight? Yeah. Maximize your gains day or night. The platform, HFM is the name. Trading with us is a brand new game. Come on, feel alone, execution slow. Switch to HFM, watch your success grow. Higher leverage, tighter spreads and swap free. Got your back in this financial fight. Trade forex, commodities, indices, shares and more. Just come and see HFM online trading. Withdrawals, deposit done in a dash. Our execution too fast. HFM stands apart from the rest. HFM stands apart from the rest.
Pico, HFM finito, HFM is it. HFM na shop platform, online trading, forex trading. Any trading, HFM no delay.
Join HFM today. Visit www.hfm.com or download the HFM app on Google Play or App Store. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Meals have
have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
As a mom and a dentist, I know the importance of strong teeth, beautiful white smile, and fresh breath. They give you the confidence to eat the right foods without worry, speak confidently in public, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent's Triple Protection 1-2-3. It's 3 toothpaste in 1 to protect their teeth from holes, give them white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent's Triple Protection 1-2-3.
Hi there, parents. Did you know that your child may not always get all the nutrients they need from their diet, and some children are picky eaters? This is why you should give your child Well Kids Smart Chewable Tablets, which is a food supplement from Vitabiotics UK. It contains 21 vitamins and minerals to contribute to brain development and support optimum growth. Choose Well Kid for smart kids. It is available in all leading retail pharmacies nearest to you.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
On the Morning Crossfire with me, Kofi Bartels. You have the big names, the most pressing issues, and the sharpest conversations.
He must leave that place of talking into this place of doing.
Nothing are paying through their nose, and you are telling them after training they can't migrate. I will not be part of those who will give soft landing to these guys who are running the affairs of this country.
People are dying every day in an hour. People just go in and come out and read out stories to us. Come on, Kofi.
We must step beyond the talk. We have the analysis.
Join us as we dissect the headlines, bring you exclusive interviews, and dive deep into the heart of the matter. The big conversations live here.
Join Kofi Bartels on the Morning Crossfire, weekdays 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. We want to speak to the spokesperson for the Nigeria Labour Congress in Lagos State. Yesterday we had the chairperson of the NLC, and this morning we're speaking with the spokesman for the NLC in Lagos State. Comrade, are you there, please? All right, we'll take your calls, and when we can put him on, we will. Here's Comrade Ismail Adejumo, and as soon as he's done with his other engagements, we'll put him on the air so that he can give us his thoughts. Okay, 020127709993, 020127719993, 020127729993, 020127739993 are numbers to call this morning. As far as you're concerned, I mean, should Nigerians have been put through all of this? Bearing in mind the time that this tripartite committee has had to do its work. Comrade, are you there?
Good morning,
Yeah.
Nigeria Info.
Yeah, is this Comrade Ismail Adejumo?
Yes, direct online with Nigeria Info. Thank you very much.
Very, very good to have you, Comrade. Welcome.
My pleasure.
Yes. Is the strike being called off today? Because we know the NLC leadership and TC leadership want to meet with the organs of their various unions, labor centers.
Thank you very much. The position is very clear. The strike is still ongoing, pending when the negotiation will be concluded. There was a meeting yesterday night by the government and the leadership of the two labor centers, and there was a preliminary understanding and agreement that will be, communicated to the various organs this morning, any moment from now by 9. The next we meet and analyze and dissect this issue critically and take a decision whether to align with the government proposal or we continue with the struggle. But all things being equal, the struggle continue. No retreat, no surrender. As we move on, we're pressing home our demand.
Okay, so you're saying that there will be a meeting by 9 today. 9, is it 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.?
9 a.m., God willing, this morning, there will be a NEC meeting of NLC, joint NEC meeting of NS and TUC to analyze and, take a position on the proposal put forward by the government vis-a-vis the need to now communicate the same to the press, because there will be a communique. For now, the strike is ongoing. All our various branches and organs have been communicated. The strike is still on, despite they were open for dialogue and negotiation, in line with the collective bargaining principle.
All right. Okay. Do you expect that Labour will, you are an experienced Labour unionist yourself, that Labour will say, no, we reject federal government's proposal, or do you expect that, it will be called off? What do you expect? Tell us.
Definitely, I cannot take a position categorically because the organs at the 36 states of the Federation, including FCT, will be meeting this morning, and they will look at this issue critically vis-a-vis the current economic reality of the moment and all other indices that has to be, be justified from the government side because of the principle of affordability, sustainability, and realistic as they are being canvassed. But we know that some things are realistic and affordable for them, for their comfort, but for the workers, it is not sustainable and it's not realistic. This will be put side by side, and the superior argument will take the day, and we will know where we are going from there.
Okay. Comrade, as it stands, all essential services in the country are shut down. The TCN has informed us that the power national grid was shut down on 2:19 at 2:19 a.m. on Monday. The upstream, midstream, and downstream sectors of the petroleum industry, oil and gas industry, all shut down. A filling station shut down, hospitals shut down, airports shut down. Some Nigerians are saying this is unnecessary. That these essential services should have been allowed to run to make life easier for Nigerians. What do you say to this?
Thank you very much, my brother. This struggle is a collective struggle, and there is no freedom without struggle. We know if this is the last resort we have, we don't enjoy going on strike. We don't enjoy government having too much, long period of negotiation with the labor. We want a gentleman agreement that will be realistic, achievable, and sustainable according to them. But be that as it may, what we have now is like, trying to put all sorts of intrigues into the negotiation, and the leadership are not taking it lightly. What we understand for now is that the critical sector of the economy, it is workers that are working there, and they too are also entitled to the same wage we are negotiating. They are not satisfied, they are not comfortable, they are not even happy. It has gotten to a level of what we call expectation, frustration, and aggression. It can lead to anything, and we don't want a situation whereby we are not control. That is why the labor is pressing on the government to look critically at this sector.
Comrade Adejumo. The question I'm asking you, Comrade Adejumo, you're not answering my question. I'm saying that the strike called by labor has put some Nigerians in more suffering. Some have not seen light, but the whole country hasn't seen the electricity since Monday.
Thank you very much. All of us.
There's no petrol, and the hospitals are shut down. Are you not concerned about the suffering that labor is plunging the country into, ordinary Nigerians into?
Thank you very much. We are also Nigerians. Nobody is a better Nigerian than anybody. We are all Nigerians. We are all stakeholders, and all the people in the private sector, the organized private sector, have all, pushed their price and their services high at the moment the government declare subsidy removal and a floating of the naira. It is only the workers in the public sector and the organized private sector that their salary remains stagnant. This hardship, this pain, no pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
Comrade Adejumo, is it a pain of Nigerians? Comrade Adejumo, is it a pain of Nigerians?
The issue we have at
Comrade Adejumo, is it a pain of Nigerians going to the hospital and then there's no doctor to take care of them? Is it a pain of Nigerians who are on life support, or the babies who are in incubators and there's no light in the hospital to be able to take care of them? Is it the pain of those who had spent their hard-earned money to buy tickets to go to Saudi Arabia for the Hajj, and the plane came and had to leave back to Saudi Arabia empty because you locked the gates to the airport? Is that the pain you want Nigerians to go through?
My brother, when the president made a statement, he said that there is always a pain in labor. When somebody wants to labor to give birth to a baby, there will be a serious pain, a lot of sacrifice. And that's what Nigeria needs to go through now. We are not enjoying it. We don't expect it to get to this level. But we are at the crossroad now. Nobody is ready to continue in this starvation wage we are earning. Even with the declaration of the so-called wage award to come back, that will not solve the problem. The only solution moving forward is, as the president promised us, is a living wage. As soon as this is done, everybody is ready to go back to work. Whatever pain that we need to go through now, it is a sacrifice for this nation. It's not too big. I don't think it's too big for anybody.
Comrade, is this sacrifice worth it? Okay, I want to ask you, Comrade, what did Labour achieve with this strike?
The agitation is not only on minimum wage. We are pressing that the government should reverse the current hike in the tariff of electricity. This was not there when we started this negotiation. It's another hardship on its own that is telling a lot of hardship on the Nigerians in general, not only the working class. Everybody know what is going on now with this so-called banditry regime.
Comrade Adejumo, you've still not landed on the answer. What did Labour achieve with this strike?
We have communicated. The messages have been communicated loud and clear to government, and they have risen. That is why they called for yesterday night meeting.
So what did Labour achieve? What did Labour achieve?
Revenue. We cannot continue to lose revenue when the economy is a shambles. When the economic sustainability of Nigeria need to be considered. The government should reason, and they have risen to call the Labour as a critical stakeholder and partner in the Nigerian project to dialogue and come with some.
So are you saying that the only achievement was that you Labour leaders got to go to National Assembly, sit down with the Senate President, House of Reps Speaker, they called you to dialogue. The Labour leaders went to Aso Rock, sat down with the Secretary Governor of Federation and other representatives of the federal government. That's the achievement. In terms of concrete results, what did Labour achieve by embarking on this strike, sir?
Thank you very much. Embarking on this strike has really demonstrated and communicated loudly that the collective resolve of Nigerian workers can never be taken for granted. Because the workers united can never be defeated.
So what is the result? Apart from was it just to communicate?
12 minutes in the night we call up the strike.
Comrade, what was the result? Was it just to communicate? What was the result? What was the result, sir?
The result is that we are determined and we are resolute to dialogue with the government to have an amicable resolution as soon as possible. And that is why the next will be meeting by 9 a.m. this morning to consider the option offered by the government. If it is okay by every stakeholder, then an agreement will go back and they will sign. And that will mark the end of the strike. But for now, the strike is still ongoing because the demand of Nigerian workers has not been met. Because what they are offering now is a starvation wage. And we don't deserve this.
Okay, Comrade, it could be argued, Comrade Adejumo, that all you've achieved is nothing. That's you're going back to meet at Nikon Luxury Hotel today. I believe the meeting, I need to go back and check my details, but that meeting is probably set for 10 a.m.
Comrade Sheriff.
Coffee battles here, 10 a.m.
Hello.
And sir, can I land, please? Comrade Adejumo?
Okay.
You are going back to the point where you were before you declared the strike. That's where you're going back to. You're going back to the tripartite committee to continue.
Not at all.
The federal government says the only thing they gave you, Comrade, the only thing is that the president said that he's going to go above 60,000 naira. That 60,000 naira could be 61,000 naira. It could be 62. It could be 63. Okay, did they give you a figure yesterday?
Don't preempt the government. We are not going to preempt them. The leadership have the details of what they have proposed. They will communicate to the
So why didn't you continue? Why didn't you continue at the tripartite committee? You're putting Nigerians through this.
Hello. Let me land on my thoughts. Don't target me.
Go on.
Let me land.
Go on.
What I'm saying is this: before government can call us to a round table, initially you have observed that they have not been serious in our demand because we give them an ultimatum by the 31st of May. If nothing is done to conclude on this minimum wage that has expired since 16th of April, we are going on indefinite strike. And we stand by our word. Our word is our bond. And despite the perception or the insinuation from Nigeria that overnight we'll call it off, we'll show them that we are resolute, we are determined to go ahead with this struggle. And that is why government is ready now to open channel of the negotiation and dialogue, which is ongoing. And
but the channel of negotiation and dialogue has been open since, Comrade.
It has been open. Government.
You've been sitting down with these people. You sat down 7 times.
Government created the lacuna because they are not ready to go at least at a reasonable level.
Okay.
We proposed 615, and they are offering us 48,000. It was after serious battle and engagement. They now come to 50-something thousand before 60,000 naira. 60,000 cannot afford a bag of rice in the market today, for crying out loud, my brother. We are all going to the same market. The legislators who are hailing fabulous pay, the people in the executive who are getting all sorts of perks of office, are they better Nigerians than us? Are they contributing to the economy more than some?
Comrade, would it not have been possible? Comrade, would it not have been possible? Comrade Adejumo, would it have been possible to, at that tripartite level, say, okay, let's continue, and maybe the government will continue to go up above 60,000 naira?
They're not sincere with us at that level. We need the only instrument we have to press on our demand is to withdraw our service. And the leadership have declared we withdraw service. If it is going to be no pay, no gain, definitely the government knows that the election will lose a lot of revenue, because it is the worker that generates this revenue. And how can we now be shortchanged for having peanuts when people are going home with smiling to banks in the legislature?
Comrade, the fact is that you're back at the tripartite committee where you were. And they're going to come with something above 60,000 naira, and you guys continue 3,000, 5,000, 2,000, 1. I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
That is your own calculation. What we have is that our projection is that the minimum wage should not be less than 3 dB. And that is
so why didn't you stand on your strike? Comrade, why didn't you stand on your strike? Comrade,
coming closer to it.
Why didn't you stand on your strike? So the president himself would have called you in and said, okay, let's agree on something. Let's give me a number, and then you say no. Give us your figure. Tell us how much you're going to give us before we end this strike. And then, but he said, "Oh, I'm committed to going above 6,000 naira," and you called off your strike. You've achieved nothing. You've used your last card.
Don't create negative impression to Nigerians. We have not called off this strike. We're on strike, please, comrade. What we are saying is that there is room in the collective bargaining principle for dialogue while we are taking action. It is when there is a resolution. Before we retrieve, we are calling for a meeting.
Are you saying Labour will not call off the strike today? Are you saying Labour will not call off the strike?
Don't let me fight out on this.
Go on.
The people who are representing us there, they are not there alone. They are representing people. They need to communicate and get us the feedback of the negotiation. We will deliberate on it, analyze it, take decision this morning. Why are we in haste? Let us take it step by step.
What if you call off the strike? What if you call off the strike?
If you say it is in the interest of workers and Nigerians, it cannot.
Comrade, I put it to you. Comrade, I put it to you. Comrade Adejumo, Ismail, I put it to you that Labour has agreed to call off this strike. And I want you to prove me wrong. Because already, sir, Ekponta, okay, who's a member of the committee and secretary of the committee, tripartite committee, Ekponta has already circulated a message, an invitation for the tripartite committee to hold its meeting today, Tuesday, June 4th, at Nikon Luxury Hotel, Area 11, Abuja, 10 o'clock.
Out of the 10 o'clock. Signed yesterday, hold on. Sheriff, don't cry more than the belief. We are involved. You might not be directly involved. What happened yesterday night was to sign an agreement, a kind of a gentleman agreement, that now that the government is ready for us, the tripartite committee will be meeting every day now in the next 1 week to fashion out a amicable resolution to this issue. Why are we not jumping the ship? Why are we insinuating? Why are we procrastinating? Let us wait.
All right. What does Labour mean? Comrade, what does Labour mean? We don't have time, Comrade. What does Labour mean by in deference to the high esteem of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Federal Republic of Nigeria's comment, blah, 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 blah. Labour undertakes. What does that mean?
Thank you very much. We hold the President, the office of the President in high esteem, and that will always be the position of any Labour leadership. We are not anti-government. We are not here to work and bring down the government. We are partner in progress in Nigeria State. Whatever statistics or details they have as to justify the 60,000 they are proposing, we are reasonable and we are ready to dialogue along with them that based on the financial strength of this country, we demand and it serves better than 60,000. And he has also promised in that agreement that they are ready to go beyond 60,000. So the organized private sector that is trying to be the clog in the wheel of progress should go and reason and go along with the government, because prior to the removal of oil subsidy, all of them immediately after the oil subsidy removal, they have jacked up the pump services and their products. Various companies, we are the only people at the receiving end where our salary remains stagnant. They are already jacked up. You know the price of goods and services now. All of them are spiraling to the bank. How do we want the workers to remain stagnant? And that is why the demand from the workers is not too outrageous. It's not out of place.
Right.
The president knows that, and he has promised us a living wage, and we are waiting anxiously to receive this promise that he redeem it as soon as possible.
You didn't extract a figure from the president. You're going to go back to the committee. If you meet for the next 1 week and you don't get anything considerable
we should not misinform Nigerians by way of insinuation.
I'm not misinforming. I'm asking you questions.
That is already available.
I'm asking you questions.
What is available for now is that they are meeting to analyze and dissect what governments have proposed. If it is okay by us, we call up. If it's okay by us, we continue.
Thank you very much. Solidarity Forever, Comrade Ismail Adejumo, Public Relations Officer. I'm not struggling with you. My life has been.
When you not strive, business strive.
Thank you.
In the private sector, we also have a benefit from this struggle.
So you want me to go on strike? Is that what you're saying, Comrade?
If you are so desire and
Comrade Ismail Adejumo, thank you very much for your time.
We want you to come in solidarity with us.
Thank you very much, Comrade. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Kofi Bartels. We have to go. Thank you very much for your time. We want to do 1 or 2 things here to get things right in the studio. But we'll continue tomorrow with this conversation. The news at 9 is up after that break, and then we'll have a share. What's his name? JB needs to come in through with our daily digest. Good morning. Happy strike.
Any law that will not have things to do with
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.